Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you are joining. And from wherever you are joining, whether it's in your car or in your bed or in your living room or outdoors, welcome. It's great to have you here. Today, we are going to be exploring something that came up in a discussion probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago now called the five clairs. And the clairs, if you don't know what they are different lenses, or maybe pathways is a better word to describe them, of intuitive perception that are available to all of us. The word clair comes from the French and it means clear. So each of these clairs describes some kind of clarity in a way that we can tune into subtle information beyond our ordinary thinking mind and our ordinary senses. So there are traditionally five main clairs, and I've even heard as many as eight. But today, for the purposes of our meditation and in the interest of time, we're going to focus on the five main ones. So the first one is clairsentience, which is clear feeling. So it's perceiving information through the sensations that we have or the emotions that we have in the body. The second one is clairvoyance. This is a pretty common one. I'm sure that most of you have heard of. It is clear seeing, or receiving any kind of impressions through inner images and inner symbols. People often talk about the third eye, which is the space between the eyebrows, where clairvoyance happens. The third one is clairaudience. So audio, clairaudience, clear hearing. And that is sensing messages through inner sounds or words or tones. It can be any combination of those or one of those. The fourth one, the fourth clair, is claircognizance. And claircognizance is clear knowing, being cognizant of. So any moments of instant understanding that seem to come out of nowhere, that is claircognizance. And then the fifth one is actually a combination of smell and taste, because those two senses are quite often associated with each other. So those are clairalience and clairgustance. Those were two new ones. I hadn't heard of those before. But that is when you get intuitive messages that come through some kind of a smell or some kind of a flavor that doesn't really have some physical source. There's no logical, so to speak, logical explanation for the taste in your mouth. There's also a sixth sense, which I'm thinking, or a sixth clair, that is less commonly mentioned, and that is called clairtangency, and that is clear touch. So if somebody has a heightened clairtangence, they have the ability to sense energy from an object by touching that object, or they could be touching a specific object, or sorry, a specific person. So that comes through their sense of touch. So they're not, I mean, we tend to think of these things as really rare or less common gifts, if you will, or psychic abilities that are reserved for only a few people. But actually, they are natural ways of perceiving that everyone has access to, even if they are very subtle. And typically, because they're subtle, we don't tune into them so easily unless we are still. And we all know the kind of world that we live in right now with so many distractions and so much noise. It's very hard to tune into those subtle realms. So when we slow down and when we notice, oftentimes they'll be there. Maybe we just didn't notice them before. So that's what we're going to do today in our meditation is we are, as usual, going to slow down. But I think for today, what we're going to do is slow down and actually make more space for the five clairs by gently tuning in to each one at a time and just noticing with curiosity what comes up, what's here for us to notice when we are here for anything that might be there. We'll be meditating for about 20 minutes, and as always, I will keep track of the time. So let's see what happens on our journey today. I'm actually excited. I'm excited to see what the five clairs have to show us. All right, let's begin. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat if you haven't done so already. And I encourage you to find a position that is upright, that allows you to be relaxed and also alert. Resting your hands in your lap or at your sides. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Really allowing yourself now to arrive. Whatever is going on before you arrived here to meditation, you can let that go now and tune in to this moment, your practice, and all of the things that might arise in your practice that have yet to unfold. Relaxing your shoulders, settling into the surface beneath you. Perhaps unwrinkling the creases at your eyes or the wrinkles in your forehead. Letting your jaw be slack. Relaxing your belly. Noticing any contact points between you and the surface beneath you or the surface that's supporting you. And gradually deepening the breath. Perhaps taking some long and slow and purposeful breaths in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. There's nothing to do but let your breath be your business right now. And letting your breath return to its natural rhythm and depth. And for a moment, turning your attention to the sounds around you without trying to label or judge them in any way. Simply noticing the sounds that are present. You might notice sounds outside in the distance from where you are. Perhaps there are sounds in your immediate environment. You might tune in to the frequency of the sounds, any special qualities. Letting everything be exactly as it is, without any need to control or change anything. Checking in now with your body, tuning in to any sensations that might be present for you. Noticing any points of tension or constriction. Perhaps bringing your breath to that space in the body. And with each breath, allowing a gentle opening or a nudge. Perhaps scanning other places in the body that might feel ease or lightness. Noticing whatever is true for you in this moment, today, in this session. Turning your attention now to any subtle sounds within you. Perhaps the sound of your belly growling, the sound of swallowing, your heartbeat. Welcoming everything that is here for you, resisting nothing. This divinely perfect symphony of sounds and sensations, emotions. Tuning in to the rise and the fall of the breath. Noticing how the breath feels moving in and out of the body. The subtle sensations of inhaling and exhaling. Letting each breath invite a softness inside of you. Allowing you to settle even more deeply into the stillness. Perhaps noticing beneath the thinking mind a quality of this spacious awareness, like a vast sky, clear and blue. Thoughts may come and go like the weather, but the sky remains. Tuning into this presence, this ever presence, just as the spaciousness that holds you now in this moment. Gently turning your attention to the first clair, clairsentience, clear feeling, the language of sensation and emotion in your body, bringing your awareness to your heart center, noticing any sensations that might be present, maybe a tightness or an openness, perhaps a heaviness, a lightness. You might even notice emotional qualities like peace or tenderness. There's nothing that you're supposed to feel. As you breathe gently, notice what message your body might be sharing with you right now. Tuning in to the second clair now. Clairvoyance, clear seeing. As your eyes are closed, bring your attention to the space between your eyes, your third eye center. This is your inner screen of awareness. You might begin to notice anything that you perceive in this area. Perhaps any colors, any shapes, perhaps patterns of light, symbols, simply darkness. Breathing gently and tuning in to anything appearing in your third eye center. Moving now to clairaudience, clear hearing. This is the realm of inner sound. Gently bring your awareness to your ears and into the subtle realm of inner listening. This is a deeper listening beyond ordinary hearing. You might notice tones or a humming, perhaps a ringing. You might also notice words or music, or simply silence. There's no need to try hard to hear anything. Just tune in to the realm of inner sound. Bringing your attention now to the fourth clair, claircognizance. This is the most subtle of all the clairs, the sense of knowing something without knowing how you know it. Perhaps a quiet certainty or truth, or a sudden dawning, an understanding of awareness of something. There's nothing you need to strive for here, simply being present to anything that might surface in the stillness. Turning your attention now to the final two clairs, the most delicate and the ones that often work together. Clairgustance and clear olfaction, clear taste and clear smell. As you bring your awareness to your nose and mouth, tune in to any subtle tastes or smells, perhaps a phantom taste out of nowhere, something sweet or bitter, salty, or even a subtle scent, a smell that you might even remember, or that suddenly comes into the space around you. There's nothing that is supposed to happen here other than a moment to moment awareness. Imagining yourself now as a receiver of all five clairs, all at once, open, available, receiving information through all channels of perception, the body feeling and sensing, your inner vision receptive, your inner hearing attuned, your deep knowing present, your taste and smell subtly aware. Rest in this space for another minute or two, noticing and perceiving whatever arises for you, and I'll track the time. Rosanna White says, "We see only in part, but there is more, more to this physical world that your magnifying lenses can show you, and more still beyond it that we need a spiritual lens to see." As our practice draws to a close, I'd like to take a moment to honor whatever you've experienced today, whether it was clear as day and vivid, or subtle, quiet, perhaps somewhere in between. And know that the more you create the space to notice, the more that you will perceive. There's a whole world waiting for your attention. You might bring some gentle movement back into the body, wiggle of your toes or your fingers, perhaps rotating the wrists a bit and stretching into the space around you. Deepening the breath, tuning in to the sounds again around you. Taking your time to come out slowly. There's no rush. And when you're ready, you're welcome to blink your eyes open, taking in the space around you. And perhaps today, placing your hands over your heart and bowing your head to yourself, or gifting yourself this time to explore the five clairs, to notice more, to tune in. And may you carry this focus into the remainder of your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. We'll see you next time.